In this demo, we will use the advanced features in i2k Retina and i2k Align Pro to demonstrate how to manage the images over time. In other words, how to register a large volume of the images taken in multiple points of time in the history. During this demo, we'll use a few features in the Pro version, including the save and load and the Montage sequence. In other words, the output would be a set of aligned mosaics, as well as the notion of capture groups. We will go through the details in this demo. First of all, let's start loading a set of images. Okay, we have several sets of retina images from the same patient, and we'll start with the earliest one, and which were taken in 1992. So we go to this folder and we load in all the images, and then we select all the images, and under the grouping menu we would edit the grouping names and change this to, for example, 9208. Okay, and then we will change the function here to register. The function register means only to register the images together, and in other words, it's not making any of the output. If we select all the other functions, for example, montage, it will automatically run the image registration first, then generate a mosaic. Here, by selecting the register, we choose not to generate any output. Taking a quick look at the options, and that is fine, and we will just process this set of images. Okay, so it basically says 6 images and 1 images cannot be aligned. Okay, now we save these results to a file. We will say, okay, this is the 92, and now we save the results to the 92 file. We can clear out this workspace. So in the file, we clear the space, and instead of starting from scratch, we can load the results that we previously generated. So here, go to the load, and then go to the right folder and pick this 92.ali file. And as you can see, these blue check marks indicated all these images have been registered. Okay, now we just keep adding more images to this data set, and we'll go to the 1993 and again select all the images, and then we will specify the capture group name. A capture group is like in other words, it is a study. It is also a visit of a patient. In the remote sensing, it could be a one sweep from the aerial image. Anyway, so we will select the images belonging to this group, and then under the grouping we create a new group and use the name, for example, 93-07. Okay. Notice we have some of the old images we didn't select. Now we just select all the images and run the register function again. So we go to the process, we run the register function. And here it basically aligns all images other than 2. Now we can save these to a new file. Let's just say 92-93. Oh, replace it? Yes. Okay. and now we can clear our space again. For the concerning of time, we will skip a couple. We will skip the processing of a couple image groups, and we will start with the this one, which contains images from the 92 year, 93, 94, and 95. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 separate capture groups in them. We load all these images, and you can see all these images in the workspace. And now we can add the new images into it. Now we have only the 97 images left. We load all these images in the group, in the workspace, excuse me. And then again, we will need to set these images as a new capture group. So it's 97-03. And now we can select all the images and run the register function. So what happened during this processing is the software would try to register this new capture group with a few of the most recent capture groups until the images are all aligned. And as you can see here, we have most of the images are aligned. Please do not concern with these not aligned images. It just so happened that within this patient set there are a few images from the other eye of the patient. So okay, now that we have all the images registered, what can we do? One output option would be what's called the montage sequence. In other words, it's going to generate a set of aligned mosaics. So each image will be a mosaic, but all this it's going to be 5 different mosaics, one corresponding to one capture group. And then all 5 of these mosaics will be aligned together. So if we take a look at the option menu, we will say do not crop the montage. We will do the full blending, and we just hit process. Oh, okay, we will need to give it a folder to place the output. Let's just say test. And now it's doing its usual work of estimating camera properties and correct the illuminations on the images, picking up the best seams in the images, and also mapping them to form mosaics. It's going to take a little bit of time because we are doing 5 mosaics at one time. So here are the set of aligned mosaics. Again, we will have 5 of them, and each one will correspond to one capture group. And as if we pause here and go back to the very first one, from the file name you can see it corresponds to the 92-0A capture group. And then the next one is the 93, and this one is 94. This one is from 95, and this one is from 97. And if we go back to the software, and we can save these registration results. For example, we can save it as 92 to 97, and then next time when we have new images, we will be able to keep adding to it. One last note, under the grouping menu, there is an option for how the software register multiple capture groups. So under this option menu, you will see there are 2 options. The first one is when we register a new capture group, how many of the previous capture group we shall try to match against. The options are 1, 2, 3, 4. In other words, to match with 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of the previous capture groups, or even all of them. And the second option is should the previous group be treated as the fixed? In other words, after all the images are aligned, the software would do a big bundle adjustment. If this option is selected as yes, then the previous group will be excluded from the bundle adjustment, and their alignment results will not be changed. That's all of the demo. Thank you very much for watching.